My name is Jeremy Nelson, and I am a software engineer and technical lead, one of the technical leads on the Sinopia linked data editor project. And what I'll be doing today is showing you some of the work that we've done and have accomplished over this past work cycle. So what we are doing is working on exporting RDF data that's been created in Sinopia and convert it and run some transformations and then import it into Stanford's Cersei Dynex Symphony ILS. And so what I'll be doing is showing you sort of the workflow and process and how we do that. So first off, I'm in the Sinopia development environment. So I'll click on to the linked data link, and then I'll go to this particular resource. Now I'll go and edit it. Now if you look here, we have this new button that was added this work cycle, Export to Catalog. So if I click this, you'll notice that it's requesting, and then it goes back to Export to Catalog. What's happening behind the scenes is we're sending a message to Amazon Simple Queuing Service, or SQS, that the next system that I'll be showing actually reads that messages for. So here I'm actually in the queue, and I'll pull for the message, and you can see here's the actual message that we sent, and there's not too much here, just who I am, what group I'm in, the target, and then the actual, in this case, BibFrame instance that we're going to convert. So now that this is sort of waiting on Amazon or in its queue, I'm going to show you our new workflow management system that's based on Apache Airflow, which is an open source project which is used by a lot of different companies to manage sort of complex data flows. What you're seeing here is a workflow that's constructed as a DAG, or directed acyclic graph. And as part of this implementation, we can kind of see in this graph view is that we start with this first step where the sensor, SQS sensor, monitors for incoming messages, and then we parse that message out and create constituent parts. Then here in this blue box, we can actually expand it, and you can see it goes through all these different steps. First, converts that RDF to MARC, then we download that new MARC file, convert it to JSON, and save it to Amazon's S3 storage service. Then we convert that to a Symphony JSON variant, and then at the same time, sort of in parallel, we also log in to the Symphony system. Then we post it, that new record, into the Symphony ILS. And then after that, we take the resulting new cat key, or record identifier, and then we go to this update Sinopia, where we log back into Sinopia and create a new Sinopia metadata record that associates this record with the BibFrame instance that came in. And then our final step is, our plan is that the user who requested the export will receive an email to let them know that the task was accomplished. So if I go back here, if I go in, I'm going to clear out the downstream tasks just so that makes it a little bit easier to run one by one. So I'm going to run this task. If we go here, we sort of look at the log. You can see that it was successful, and as part of the success, there's our same message that was in our SQS queue. Then we're going to go and we're going to process this the message and save it. And so if we go here, we can see sort of the communications that it parses out our email, the group that the resource was in, the resource URI, or the BibFrame URI, and then just a message that we completed it. From there, we go next to the RDF to MARC Lambda that's running on a different service in Amazon. So I'm going to go ahead and launch this. So we hit run. Now we want to see the little log. And here it looks like it was successful. I think it's still running. It takes a little bit of time. And let's see, maybe wait a little bit longer. There we can see the actual resource ID that was extracted. And now if we go back here, we're going to actually I'm going to expand this a little bit. So we download the mark, clear that, and then run. And we can see here if this was successful. And then we actually have the location on S3 where this new mark file is. Then we're going to go to the mark JSON. Let me expand this a little bit so we can see it better. So I'm going to clear again and then run the mark to JSON. And there you can see that it looks like it was successful. And there we have our new mark JSON. And from the mark JSON, we're going to pass it to the next step to convert it into the JSON mark variant that Symfony requires. And so we go here. I think I need to run this first. So here, convert it. We run this. We are converting our JSON to the Symfony variant. We're going to log into Symfony. So I click on that. I'm going to clear the downstream tasks, and I'm going to go ahead and initiate. And here you can see we've run that. Now if we look at the log, you can see we have our new return value, so that's good. Now here in this post Symfony, just as a matter of time savings, I've already ran this. So if we look at the log here, we can see this is our new cat key. That was our new mark record in our Symfony ILS is now there. Now here, I'm going to go to the Symfony login. Now the first thing I'm going to do here is I'm just going to select the mark success so that I can go ahead and I'm going to log in to our development, our Sinopia environment. So I will hit run. Our first thing I'm going to need to clear my downstream tasks, and now I can run. Now if we go into here, look into our log, we now have our new JWT. For our second to last step is actually creating the new Sinopia metadata. So first thing I'm going to do is clear out the downstream tasks. I'm going to run it manually. And so now if we go into the log and hit the XCOM, we can see we have our new local admin metadata record. So now I'm going to go back to our Sinopia environment and search for this new resource, and you can see it's there, and it has a class of local admin metadata. So if I go to look at it, we can see, yes, there's that same ILS, our new cat key, and our ILS, in this case it's Cersei, is noted, and when it was created, who did it, and what instance this applies to. So this is the work we accomplished, and in our next work cycle, we're really excited to build on this work to actually now add in an additional ILS and Folio. And part of that work will be enabling Cornell University's own DAG for just their records to move from Sinopia to RDF. So a lot of exciting things to look forward to, and thank you for listening. Goodbye.